Yes, students, today we are going to see the worksheet which has been given to you for the projectile motion. So, motion of plane, I gave 10 questions for projectile motion. I'm just going to give some tips how to solve these questions. I may not solve this one completely, but you need to know the tips of each and every question so that you can solve it a little more easily, right? We'll start with the first question. A body is projected with a velocity 20 meter per second in a direction, making an angle of 60 degrees with a horizontal. Calculate, number 1, the position after 0.5 seconds and velocity after 0.5 seconds. So answer is given here. We will try to find out how to do this question. So first of all, whenever you see a question, you need to try to figure out which part of the projectile motion is that, because there are 3 varieties of projectile motion which is possible. So you have the first projectile motion, which could be as a body which has been just projected an horizontal projection from the top. So it is dropped here. So that's the kind of a thing which u is a velocity which is given here. And another projectile motion, it is a possibility of a projectile given like this. So velocity is given here with an angle theta. And the third projectile motion could be from a height. It has been thrown upwards and then it comes down. So that's the next possibility which is here. Now this is theta. Now whenever you see any of the question, first of all fix up which part of this projectile it is. Is it this one, or the horizontal projectile with an angle, or an horizontal projectile projected from a height? So this question seems to be from the part of it which has a degree is given here, angle is given here. If degree is given here, that means this is not the one. There is no degree, there is no angle involved in this particular projectile. So either this one or this one. So also there is no height given here. So the height is not given here, projectile from a height. So this is also not there. So it already assures this is going to be the one which is going to come under this particular question. So we'll try to see what are the various factors which is there by drawing a diagram. First of all, I'll draw a diagram for this one. So the diagram will be like this. So it is a projectile like this, which has an angle here as 60 degrees, and the velocity is given here as 20 meter per second, and it is already it is asking calculate the position after 0.5 seconds. So let us imagine this is the position which is here, which makes it as y, which is going to be here, and as well as here also you will get an distance of x. So it is going to be x comma y over here. We need to find out x and we need to find out y. Both this it has to be found out. So that only will be able to clearly make at 0.5 what is the position. So when you make this kind of a thing, try to make 2 thing along x-axis and along y-axis. So what is along x-axis? You need to find out the position, the x you need to find it out. So if you need to find out x, already this u sine the u and 60 degrees can be resolved into 2 components here. This is u cos theta and this is going to be u sine theta. As u sine theta and u cos theta, you can easily try to make it as this horizontal velocity, which is going to be like this all over. It is going to be the same. The u cos theta remains same, that we already know it. So if u cos theta, if it remains same from here to here, it is going to be distance is equal into u cos theta into the time taken. So u is already given here 20, and then cos theta is 60, and the time taken is given here as 0.5 seconds. You will be able to get the value of x. Similarly, from here to go up, which velocity? This velocity it enables, and there's a distance traveled. So since there's a distance traveled, you have to take it as y is equal to ut plus half gt square, the same formula we need to use. Now you might ask the question, why can't we use the same formula here also? Yes, you can use it. We have just used the same thing only. X equal to ut plus half at square, or the acceleration. Here acceleration is going to be equal to 0 because the velocity along horizontal is same. U cos theta is remain same everywhere. That means when acceleration is 0, this entire part becomes 0. Only u into t. What is u? U cos theta. And what is time? This is the time here. So you got this value of answer here. So y is equal to be equal to, what is y? You need to find out, and u is u sine theta, and t is already given here. Then it is going up, so it is minus half gt square. So all things are given here. U is given here 20, sine is theta is given here sine 60, t is given here 0.5 minus half into g is, you can either take 10 or you can take 9.8. If it is not given, you have a liberty of taking 10 also, and then t is 0.5 the whole square. You can find out the value of y. So since it's a little difficult question, I thought of almost I have solved this question. Now it is asked, the second part is, if this is the way it is, now find out what is the velocity. Look at the question here. What is the velocity after 0.5 seconds? And this time, what is the velocity? So you need to find out, moving further, you need to find out the next part of it. It is, you need to find out the velocity here. So velocity along Vx, the final velocity along Vx is remains same because it is just u cos theta only, because the velocity along the horizontal remains same. It doesn't change. So this place also, the velocity here, it will be Vx is equal to ux itself, that is u cos theta. And at this place, what is the velocity of Vy? So Vy is equal to be equal to u plus at, v is equal to u plus at, or Vy is equal to be equal to u sine theta minus gt, because it is acceleration is going up, it is minus, and time. So you will find out Vy, you will be able to find out Vx, find out Vy, and then you need to find out V is equal to be equal to under root of Vx square plus Vy square. Please try to do this one separately yourself. And then tan beta, you need to find out it is Vy upon Vx. So you have to find the ratio of this one also. First question has two parts. This is the first part. This is the second part. First part is x distance and y distance you need to find out. And then second part is Vx distance, velocity along x-axis, velocity along y-axis, and then you need to take the resultant here. So that is the question here for the first question. The next question is, a bullet is fired at an angle of 15 degrees with a horizontal and hits the ground 6 kilometers away. Range is given here, 6 kilometers away. Angle is given here. So which diagram will be suitable? You have an angle and you have a range. This diagram is the one which is suitable, not from a height, not without an angle. So this diagram makes it clear. Now, is it possible to hit a target 10 kilometers away by adjusting the angle of projection, assuming the initial speed to be the same? So it is asked, is it possible to hit a target 10 kilometers away also? Already you are getting 6 kilometers. Can you adjust and go on to 10 kilometers? That's what the question is. First of all, whatever you have given, first of all, try to write down theta is given here 15 degrees. And initial velocity is not given here. So you don't know. Range is given here as 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers is given here. And that's all the initial part is. So you should know the formulas of range, formula of all the 4 parameters which is involved in this particular relationship. There are 4 parameters here. So path of a projectile, that is x, and then time of flight, and then maximum height, and then range. So you should know all of them. So you should know all of them: time of flight, range, maximum height, and finally it is going to be also velocity at any point. So now here the range formula is there. What is the range formula? It is u square sine 2 theta upon g. Please try to memorize every formula, it's so important. So because of that, so we substitute the straight formula there. So range is going to be equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. Now it is already 6 kilometers given here, is equal to u square sine 15 into 2 sine 30 upon g. You can just leave it g itself. What is sine 30? Sine 30 is 2. 1 by 2, it is 1 by 2. So it is u square upon g into 1 by 2 into 6 kilometers. So u square upon g is, what is that? It is going to be 2, it's go there, 12 kilometers. You got 12 kilometers here. If you got 12 kilometers here, this is the 12 kilometers. It is given here as u square upon g. This minimum formula which you got. Now what is the question is, can you adjust? Is it possible to hit a target 10 kilometers away by adjusting an angle? Is it possible? Now you're going till 12 kilometers here of u square upon g. What is u square upon g? Is the range maximum. What is the range maximum? U square upon sine 2 theta upon g. We know when you have a maximum range, this is going to be equal to 1. That means when it is going to be equal to 1, theta is going to be equal to 45 degrees. So 45 degrees angle is there, then you will get maximum range. So when this is 1, so it's going to be u square upon g. That is r maximum. When range is maximum, there is a maximum distance you can travel. What is the maximum distance you can travel? U square upon g. U square upon g is already here. What is the maximum distance? Then it is showing here. 12 kilometers is already showing here. Now the question is, can you target 10 kilometers? Yes, surely. So the answer is just yes. It is possible. Alright, going to the next question. A stone is dropped from a window of a bus moving at 60 kilometers per hour. If the window is 19.6 meter high, find the distance along the track which the stone moves before striking the ground. So this question is a question we need to try to find out which diagram comes. The question says, let us go to the question again. A stone is dropped from a window of a bus moving at 60 kilometers per hour. That means it is from a height, because window of a bus, that means it is from a height. And if the window is 19.6 kilometers meter high, that is already a height, find the distance along with the track. So it seems to me as this is not the one, because there is a height there, either this one or this one, and it is just dropped. It is just dropped. It is not tossed up. Since it is just dropped, it could be mostly this particular instant when it happens. So it is this instant. So when the bus is already moving, when the bus is just moving here, the stone is just dropped, and the bus is already moving in a high speed, so it just drops here. So it comes down. So that's the way in which you need to see how the stone comes down. Now, so it's pretty easy for you. I'm just leaving it to you. You get 19.6 is given here, the height is given here, u is given here. Find the distance of the track, r is in to find out. Find out first of all time. You find out time first of all, and then you can find out range. Okay, you can see the backside question, and then you can see the formula, how to do it, and then do it. I'll go to the next question. The next question is, a cricketer can throw a ball to a maximum horizontal distance of 160 meters. Now look at this one. He can throw a maximum horizontal distance of 160 meters. Calculate the maximum vertical height to which he can throw the same ball. Maximum horizontal distance is 160. It looks like it is something to do with the maximum range, maximum horizontal distance. When you do this one, it get into 45 degrees, then it goes maximum, highest point it goes. Rest everything it goes little below, beyond, like below this range only it comes. Maximum is this one. So that is given here as maximum range. So just now we saw a formula. Just now we saw a question which is a maximum range. This is the formula. Maximum range is, this is the formula. So he got the range is 160. If you got a range of 160, G is 9.8 or maybe 10. Can you find out U square? Yes, you can. So you find out first of all U square using that formula. Once you got this value, calculate the maximum vertical height to which he can throw the ball, and given G is equal to 10 meter per second. It's already given here. So you find out. After you can find out, then it is asked with that same velocity. You find out U. With that velocity, he is tossing it straight up. He is tossing it straight up. It is asked how much maximum height it will go. With that same velocity, you find out the velocity there. That velocity he is using to just throw it up. It goes up and comes down. So and then finally V is going to be 0, and height you have to find out, and that height you will be able to find out. So that's the question. You can try to do it yourself. It is maximum range question. I'll go to the next question now. Question number 5. A football is kicked 20 meter per second at a projection angle 45 degrees. Similarly, I just said 45 degrees is going to be a maximum range. You get a maximum range formula is R is equal to U square upon G. That formula is getting applied here, 45 degrees. So a receiver on the goal line 25 meters away in the direction of the kick runs the same instant to meet the ball. So it could be something like this. I would imagine it could be like this. One guy is standing here, another guy is here. He is kicking a ball, and he kicks the ball and it comes here. This guy has to run away and then receive the ball. By the time it kicked, he also started running, and he's running and receiving the ball here. So this is already given here as 45. It is going to go till this point. The range maximum is already into C, and this guy is going to go and receive the ball. That's what the question it directs, like 20 meter per second, 45 degrees, and a receiver on the goal line 25 meters away in the direction from here to here. This guy is 25 meters away. So first of all, find out R max. You have the basic parameters. You have U, you have this one, you find out R max. You will get this entire value here, and then they subtract it by 25. Then you will get this much, how much distance he has to run. When he has to run here, so also you need to find out the time taken. You need to take in the time taken for projectile. So time is going to be equal to, the formula is 2u sine theta upon g. You should know it by heart. Please memorize all the formula. So you do this formula, you will get the time. So the distance is, you can find out R max, and minus this one, you will get this distance here. You will get this distance. You will get the timing from here. Use the timing, and you will find out what is the velocity he will run. The velocity is already given here. Try this question. It's quite an interesting question. Don't get confused. Just put R max. You'll get the full distance. Subtract it. You will get this distance. And he's running from here to here. What velocity he will run? What is the velocity? Is question mark. To find the velocity, you need to know the timing. So you need to find out the timing of the ball traveling. The ball traveling from here to here, how much timing it takes. This a formula. That same timing he is going to run here. You can find it out. Okay. We'll continue the next question here. Mail bag is dropped into a post office from an aeroplane flying horizontally with a vertical velocity of 270 meters per second. This is actually wrong. Change it as kilometers per hour. It is not meter per second, it is kilometers per hour. At a height of, this is also wrong, 276 was written here, it is actually 176. This is a typo error. Please change this one. Above the ground. How far the aeroplane be from the post office at a time of dropping the bag, so that it directly falls into the post office. So it looks like to me like it is, there is a height there already. It is given here 176.4 meters above the ground. That's the height is clearly there, and it is just dropping it is not throwing above. That is not throwing above, so height is only these two questions are there. It is not throwing above, it is just dropping, so it is this one, it comes into thing. Height is given here 176. This is u is given here 270 kilometers per hour. Change it to meter per second, and then you need to find out the from here to here the distance you need to find out, the range you need to find out. You can easily find out. You can do it as a question. You will get 450 meters as an answer. Let us go to the next question here. A person observes a bird on a tree 39.6 meter high and at a distance 59.2 meters. So there is a person who is observing it from a distance, a bird. This is given here and distance is given here. With what velocity the person should throw an arrow at an angle 45 degrees so that it may just hit the bird. Generally, whenever you see a question like this, we know it is a question of the projectile motion. This is the one. So it is a 45 degrees is given here. It is just going to go and hit that and come back. So we know this. Whenever we see a question like this, what we do is we think, okay, this is the way it comes like this, and this is 45 degrees, and we think always at 39.6 meter high. So we think it is maximum height. We think it is maximum height is 39.6. That's what usually our thought is. And this is the distance here. This distance is given here as 59.2 meters. It looks like that. But the hint says the height need not be taken as maximum height. You cannot take this 39.6 as a maximum height. Not at the top position. Then where it could be? It could be anywhere here also. The height could be 39.6 anywhere before also it could be. How come you can say be very sure that only it is here? So it leaves us an option here like this. This is the projectile here. Any point here, a bird is flying. A bird is flying here like this. So anywhere here in this height 39.6, and from here to here this one is 59.2 meters, and this height is already given here as 45 degrees. Now you need to find out what is u. That's the question here. The question says what velocity the person should throw. That means the initial velocity. What is u? It is the question mark. So you have two options here. You have two ways to solve this one. Two ways means there are two parts to solve this one. One is along x-axis and along y-axis. Both this one you need to take it as an the timing is going to be the t is the timing here. So you can try to find out this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So what is this? There is another part is we know a formula called path of a projectile where x-axis distance and y-axis distance together comes with u and theta. I'm again repeating. In the whole derivation we have already seen a path of a projectile formula. It is better to use that formula so that you can easily solve this one. U, theta, y and x. So this is 59.2, this is 39.6, and you need to find out. So that formula is, what is the formula? Y is equal to x tan theta minus u square upon 2 cos square theta. I think it is g upon 2 u square cos square theta. Sorry, it is g upon 2 u square theta into g square, g x square. So x you can put this 59.2, and then tan theta is 45 degrees, tan 45 is 1 you will get here, minus g is 9.8, x square is 59.2, 2 is just a number, u square you don't know. We don't know u square, you need to find out the u square value, and then cos square theta you can put, and y is already 39.6. You put all the values, you can cross, you can just shift here, you will get the answer. Try this one, right? Go to the next question here. Similar question here also, exactly similar question. There are 3 questions come similarly, 7, 8 and 9. All 3 are in the same direction. A body is projected with a velocity 40 meter per second. U is already given here. There the U is not given here in the previous question, right? After 2 seconds, time is also given here. It crosses the vertical pole, height 20.4 meters. Calculate the angle of projection and the horizontal range. Now similarly here also, don't get mistaken by this one. If it is given height is given, don't think maximum height is given here. Many of them will do the mistake. That's the reason here in this question only hint is given, the height need not be taken as maximum height. In the usual part, whenever the question is given the examination, you will not get this hint. Height is not the maximum height, it is not be given. You have to just figure out, right? So in this one again you have the possibility of again putting the same value here. So it comes here like this, and you have a height here. The height is given here as 20.4 is given here, and then u is straight away given here is 40 meter per second, and then time is taken here as 2 seconds, t is equal to 2 seconds here. So based on this facts, you can easily find out what is going to be the angle here. So make this as a theta here, because theta is already given here as theta, you need to find it out. So you can take this as u cos theta, and here it's going to be u sin theta. So you have a u sin theta, u cos theta. Now if it has to go from here to here, the u sin theta component will take it here. So the y is the value of 20.4. So y is going to be equal to ut plus half at square formula. That formula you can use. So what is y? That is 20.4. What is u? This is the u value, u cos theta, u sin theta is the value, u sin theta. And what is t? T is already given here as 5 seconds here. It is 5. It is minus should be there because g is minus. Half into g into 5 square. G is, you can put the value here. So finally when you put everything here, you will be able to get, this is 40, u is 40 here. You can put 40 here. Finally only theta will be there. You can find out theta accordingly. After finding theta here, then you can find calculate the angle of projection, horizontal range also you can find out. Range you can easily find it out. Okay. So going to 9th question here. Question number 9. Look at the 9th question. So 9th question also similarly the same thing. Exactly the same thing, but it is little different here, where a body is projected with a velocity u1 at an angle here. There is 60 degrees angle, the body is projected. And then next one is at the same time another body is projected vertically upwards with a velocity u2. Another body is going up from a point B. What should be the value of u1 upon u2 so that both collides? Both of them is going to collide. Now the simple format which happens is, there are 2 ways, that is one is u1 and next one is u2. Both the sides want the same is time is same. So find out the value of time here also, find out the value of time here also. Get the time, equate, and you will be able to get the answer. or at the same time, one more thing also it can be there. Another thing which is same is the vertical height is same. Vertical height is same. So you can find out the y value here and y value here and also equate here. So time is same, y is same. What is the vertical y height? From here to go to the point with the velocity u1. So if the velocity u1, how much it takes? If this is u1, so this is the angle here, theta. So it is going to be u1 sine theta. So from here to here it goes to the point here. So y is equal to ut plus half at square. So y is going to be equal to, what is u? It is u sine theta. Time is t minus half g t square. This is equation number 1. Here y is going to be equal to, for this u2 value, which has been just projected up here with the u2. It just goes from here to here only, right? So what is y is going to be equal to? It is u2 into t minus half gt square. This is the second equation. Equate both this one. This is also y, this is also y. Equate both of them. Once you equate, this 2 will get cancelled out. You'll easily find out the value of the ratio of u1 and u2. u1 and u2, you can easily find out this one. So you can try this way, you will be able to get the answer. Last question, I'll just quickly finish. The last question is, in between the two hills, 100 meters high and 92 meters high respectively, there is a valley beneath of 16 meters. A vehicle jumps from one first hill to the second hill. What should be the minimum horizontal velocity so that it will not fall into the valley? So you need to find out this one. This answer is wrong. You will get some other answer here. Okay, when you put this way, you will get some other answer. You can easily find out. It is, what is the kind of a thing? Which part it is there? It is something of this or this or this. It looks to me, this is the one. This is the one. So you have to subtract the heights. 100 minus 92, so it's going to be 8 is the height. 16 breadth, this is the 16 here. 16 is here, and you can easily find out the value of this one, okay, using the same thing. Alright children, hope you will be able to do all the questions. I have almost explained everything. Try to solve it, the rest of them, and then give me the solution. Thank you.